Okay. You sell flywheels, flex plates.
Yeah, got that in the Pioneer line.
Okay. Are you selling the bolts?
That I don't know.
Okay. Most of your 25 installers, I would assume, key accounts have some ASE certified mechanics.
Oh, sure.
Okay. Those individuals that were trained on drivetrain were taught that when you change the flywheel, you need to replace the bolts. This is a handy kit to have under the counter, but for a guy who does a lot of that work, he wants the kit because it's got the bolts that they need when they change the flywheels readily available. When you look these up in ATP, the flex plates themselves, next to it will be the bolts that you need for that corresponding application. Okay?
Okay.
Master repair kits. You mentioned that you had some guys in your marketing area that do that type of work.
There are a couple shops that do just about anything.
Okay, I'm not going to bore you with that today, Bob. We'll handle that when we go out on the street. There's basically two different types of installers out there that do transmission repair. Some guys use what we call a banner kit. That's a box with 100% items in it, friction plates and sealing elements. And then we have guys that want to replace all the parts. They use what we call a Master Repair Kit Plus. We're simply going to determine what types of kits they use and make sure that you have those available to them when they need them. Okay? Speedometer cables and gears, you have those now?
They might be in the Pioneer line.
Okay. All right. They don't have gears, but they do have the cables.
Okay.
All right. We want to make sure they're aware. This is just show and tell time. Control cables, we have those.
Okay.
Standard flywheels, automatic flywheels, ring gears, shims. Are you familiar with those?
No.
Okay. If you have flywheels resurfaced and you take 40 thousandths off the face, you need to shim it back into position to compensate for that metal you've taken off. Okay. Pan bolts, flywheel torque converter bolts, clutch forks, related items. Finally, Bob, are you selling manifolds at this point? Exhaust manifolds?
Yep, we have those in Dorman.
You do. Okay. How you doing with those?
It's not as well as we used to.
Who's your competition in the marketing area?
Well, out here, Napa.
Okay.
Probably our biggest competitor.
Okay. Do you have any retailers in the area?
Yeah, I got a zone down the street.
Okay. They have the same line you have. We don't sell retailers. We don't sell NAPA. We've made a conscious decision that we want to support guys like you. What we can do for you is this. We believe that you're sharing the business with your competition. People do call and compare prices on high-ticket items. So we want to make sure that we offer your customers something different. With the ATP exhaust manifold line, you get everything in one box to do a complete application. Gaskets, mounting hardware, heat shield, stovepipe, everything they need in one box. We're going to go out, call on your customers, pass out these wall charts, and for their next 5 purchases on ATP, we're going to give them a $10 rebate coupon. We want to change that buying habit to your store. Okay? In a nutshell, Bob, we want to bring all this stuff together, put it on one shelf and one catalog, and go out and sell it for you. I'm going to be back here next Tuesday at 9 o'clock in the morning. What I'd like to do is I'd like to ship in level 1 through 4, have that available. Of the 25 dealers that you call on, I think I can sell 5 of the transmission marketing kits. I think I can sell 8 of the cabin air filter kits. And then we'll go out and we'll crank it up and create some additional sales for your company.
Now what about the parts that are, I don't want to double up on anything. What about parts I've already got?
I'm glad you brought that up. Matter of fact, that's really important because we've done some analysis. You said you had standard ignition. If you look here, Bob, these 4 numbers in standard are one number in our line on solenoids. TM 15, 17, 23, 33, 37, 38, 42, and 45 are 2 numbers in our line. So what I'll do on those, I'll get those out of here and we'll bring ours in.
Okay.
Lift them out of your store.
All right.
Okay? On your filter kits, I'll bring in our boxes and our third-hand pan gasket, and we'll rebox your GKI filters so you'll have the genuine ATP program on the shelf, and you'll have the system to sell the related chemical with that filter. On your manifolds and your balancers, I'll relabel those. I also wanted to show you on the seals. Look here, Bob. I think you said you had national.
Yep.
You got like 5 numbers right here that are one number in our line. We want to take those out and make sure you've got ATP. You don't need to have five numbers for one part. We're going to put HO9s, HO8s, and CO4s on the shelf, and you're going to be in the ATP seal business.
Less inventory is better for me.
Yeah, and then I'll rebox your flywheels and cables as well. So really, it's up to you. I can ship in this inventory complete, or I can change over what you got and fill the holes in with what you don't.
The changeover's fine.
Okay, Bob, I'm on the way to the warehouse. Why don't I go ahead and get an inventory while I'm here, get the ball rolling. I'll get the order written, get the merchandise and the changeover material here, and see you next Tuesday at 9 o'clock.
Sounds good.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Mark.
All right.